Welcome back to Today in the NA. I'm Ava Krushan. We have an exciting weekend ahead featuring divisional matchups that have teams that are 1 point away from each other in the divisional standings. But before we cover that, let's cover the latest NCAA commitments and alumni excellence. New Jersey forward Archer Brown is heading to Brown. Archer is in his first season of junior hockey and is the 9th player on New Jersey's roster committed to playing Division I college hockey. Heading south, Odessa forward Marcus Fechko is joining his brother Trey next season at Tennessee State University. In his 11 games this season, he has garnered 3 goals and 2 assists. Also joining the Fechko brothers at Tennessee State University is the Bauer East Division Star of the Week, Ethan Wongus. He leads the Nordiques in 19 total points, and this stat line puts him 2nd overall for total points in the league. Congratulations to Archer, Marcus, and Ethan on taking their next step in their academic and athletic journey. While the NCAA is on topic, let's cover the latest alumni excellence. The Augustana University Vikings made history this past weekend with their first ever ranked weekend sweep on the road against the number 12 Omaha Mavericks. On Friday, former forward for the Fairbank Ice Dogs, Luke Mobley, scored the game-tying shorthanded goal, with the game-winning goal coming with the assistance of former Anchorage Wolverines Hunter Bischoff and Hayden Hennon. On Saturday, the Vikings shut out the Mavericks 4-0, with 3 of the goals coming from NAHL alums, former Fairbanks forward Luke Mobley, former Bismarck forward Quinn Rudrud, and former Aberdeen forward Payne Matsui. The Viking squad features 17 former NAHLers. Heading over to the Robert Morris University Colonials, they swept the Miami Redhawks 5-1 in Game 1 and 4-1 in Game 2. Former Aberdeen forward Walter Zacher had his first career hat trick in Game 2. He recorded his first goal 32 seconds into the game and later doubled the lead in the second period 2-0. In the final 2 minutes of regulation, RMU put together 2 more goals. After giving up 1 goal to Miami, former Aberdeen goaltender Croy Kochendorfer responded by assisting on the Colonials' 3rd goal. With less than a minute on the clock, Zacher tallied an empty netter to complete his hat trick. Both of these former wings were honored with weekly awards in the Atlantic Hockey America Conference. Kochendorfer was named Goaltender of the Week with his impressive 1.00 goals against average and making 48 saves across the weekend, while Zacher was named Forward of the Week because of his 4 goals between both games and his first career hat trick. The Colonials roster features 12 former NA alums. Let's finish today's episode highlighting some key matchups this upcoming weekend. Starting in the Central Division, the 2nd place Wings are taking on the 3rd place Norsemen. This will be a first-time matchup between the teams this season, with this series having divisional standings on the line. Right now, Aberdeen is leading over St. Cloud by just 1 point in the Central Division standings. However, Aberdeen is coming off a sweep over the Minnesota Mallards with a shutout win from the weekend thanks to Central Division Star of the Week Damon Cunningham. Aberdeen has lost only 1 game this season and are not looking to lose another. Looking east, the 6th-spot Rebels are looking to climb the standings against 5th-place Aviators. Sitting 1 place behind the Aviators in the standings, Philadelphia is looking to capitalize on Elmira being swept last weekend. Heading up to Alaska, the number 1 Wisconsin Wendigo are taking on the number 2 Anchorage Wolverines. The Wendigo head into 2-game set with a 6-point lead in the standings over the Wolverines. Wisconsin forward Elliot Gulley and Wolverines defenseman Brock Delvin both currently lead the division in scoring by their position, and both squads come off averaging over 5 goals per game in the last weekend series. Last time we saw this matchup, the Wendigo had a 4-1 edge over Anchorage and Eagle River. The Midwest and Central are not the only divisions with a 1-2 matchup this weekend. Down in the South, the 2nd place Low Star Brahmas are staying in Texas, but heading down to the number 1 Ice Rays. This game will be a tight race to see who is at the top of the divisional standings because the Ice Rays lead by 1 point. This past weekend, Lone Star swept the Oklahoma Warriors, while Corpus Christi is coming off a Saturday night loss to Colorado. After splitting the series with the Grit, the Ice Rays are hungry to get back to their winning ways. To see any of the matchups, you can catch it live on NATV. Make sure to go to our website for the latest news and box scores. And check out our social media for the latest content. That's it for Today in the NA. I'm Ava Krushan.